Hey, I'm Skippy, and this is Herbs, Honey, and Plant-Based Food. And today, I'm going to show you guys what I get at the Korean market in Orlando, Florida. Let's get started. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you guys what we get at the Korean market here in Orlando, Florida. So it's just a couple of things that we purchase because I do make a lot of Asian food. Asian food is my thing to make. I grew up eating Asian food, so here we go. One of my favorite items is this right here, gochujang, and it is a hot grain pepper paste. It is spicy, not that spicy, well, not for me, but you can use this in anything, pretty much anything. Flavor anything with this. This is one of my favorites. As you can see, this one's almost done. We use this a lot. Another of my favorites is yandu. This is amazing. This is good for your fried rice, or I make a special fried thing with this, but it's good for fried rice or anything that you want to flavor, your tofu. You can also use the other one that I just showed you for tofu, anything. But it comes in three. You have this one here, just yandu. You have yandu light. That's my favorite one. And then you have yandu hot. This one's spicy. This is pretty spicy. Not that spicy, but I mean, for people who have low tolerance to spice, you might want to just stick with those two. But yeah, these are vegetable based. There's no animal product in them. You know, it's just good seasonings for plant-based people. But yeah, so those are my favorite. Okay. The next thing that we get, of course, you have to have your rice vinegar. This is just mild. You can get this anywhere, but we get this from the Korean market. Another thing that we like to get is this right here. This is rice syrup. I use it every now and then. I do not use it all the time. I usually use honey. I use honey in pretty much a lot of things. So, but this is good. It's not as sweet, but this is good. And of course, your oil, pure sesame seed oil. Now you can probably get this anywhere, but I get a nice big bottle from the Korean market in Orlando. And that's pretty much our seasonings, except for one more thing. The pepper flakes. Gotta have pepper flakes. We use this a lot when I make my Asian food. I love spicy stuff, so this goes in pretty much. I run out of this a lot too. So that's your, that's some of our seasonings that we use. All right, so now let's get into like noodles and stuff, okay? There are so many different kinds of noodles. You just wanna find ones that is just either your wheat flour and water and salt, if anything. Here's just your regular noodles to make ramen. Okay, you can make them yourself, but if you're pressed for time, you have this one here. There's some that we already use. Some thinner ones. This is a thinner one. They're kind of thin. And this one's a buckwheat one. If you're like me, you can't do wheat, bang on, glass noodles. These are my favorite. They're so delicious. They come in different kinds. This one is your your purple sweet potato. They're made from sweet potatoes. This one is your celery extract, the green. I totally stack up on those. So that's my noodles, and that's it. Now rice, right? Let's get into rice. Now this one's almost done, but there is another brand of rice that we get, but we don't get that one at the Lotte Market. But we do get this one at Lotte Market every now and then. And this one's not bad. This is, if I'm not mistaken, ones that they kind of use this one like in the restaurants, but we get this one every now and then. And it's sticky rice. It's the rice that you use to make your sushi. It's the rice that we always use. Now, I don't use this rice. I use this rice for my children. I usually use quinoa or something else, but these are one of the things that we buy at the market. Tapioca pearls. You can make your own boba tea. Okay, you get some nice tapioca pearls, right? And then, of course, you have to have your rice flour. Okay, I date all my stuff because I buy things in bulk. So you get your rice flour. It's good for tteokbokki. I forgot one more seasoning because I use it very seldom. This is like a soybean paste. I use this every now and then, but not all the time. It's not really spicy. It just has a nice flavor, but that's a good one to get. Okay. Okay. So now, another favorite. My seaweed. This is for sushi. This is for bibimbap. This is just your sushi sandwiches. Triangle bibimbap. I buy a lot of this. Lots. Now, a little disclaimer here. There are some warnings on some of the backs of these, okay? Which I kind of just passed me by. So, I'm gonna recommend, because I'm sure you're looking at this video, that you probably want to get these, okay? These are organic. Not many organic things at the Korean market, but these are organic, and these are not at the Korean market, okay? You can find these at Publix or your grocery store or maybe a Whole Food store, but I recommend these. These are organic, okay? But these are ones that I did pick up at the Korean market. Okay? And some of these, double roasted, seasoned. This is that crunchy one that you can snack on. These are delicious. You get so many. And now, this stuff here, this is dried kelp. It's tough, but you use it for soups. You're gonna put it in your soups. You're gonna put it in your ramen. You make ramen. This stuff is really, really flavorful. I love it. It lasts a long time. Long time. So you want to have your dried kelp. And you cannot. You need your shiitake mushrooms. You need your dried shiitake mushrooms. Gotta have a bag of this. Yeah, gotta have a bag of that. It's also what I put in my ramen or soup or whatever. But that's some of the stuff that we get from the Korean market in Orlando. I think there's one more thing. Oh, and beans. They have beans. They have red beans. I just picked these up because they do make a lot of things with beans, sweet beans, and and they're not bad. But okay. So that is pretty much it. I think that covered everything. Just some of the stuff that we get, right, for the moment. More things I'll show you guys. I also have a shopping list that you guys can look at in the description down below for what you guys can buy when you were out there looking for things, Just because you're plant-based doesn't mean that it's boring. You can really, really make some really delicious, flavorful foods. You just have to know what to put together. And I think a lot of people don't know the options that they have. And there are so many options. There's so many things that you can put together, you know. I am not a person that measures unless baking, and I always just throw this and that all together and it always comes out pretty darn good. But for the sake of my videos and trying to teach people, I will try the best that I can to measure the best that I can, but I'm not good at measuring. I just, like I said, throw stuff together, and for whatever reason, it does turn out pretty well. That's because I cook every day, all the time, so I'm kind of used to that. But again, I will measure the best way I can so that you guys can, you know, understand what to do, and then eventually you'll just be throwing stuff together too, and it'll be good. But that is the Asian food, part of the Asian food. I will probably have another video, a part 2 of things that I probably didn't show, but these are pretty much my staple items that I get, that I put in pretty much a lot of my cooking. I cannot go without these items. I have to have them all the time. We buy things in like bulk, so I have to have these things all the time. And you know, so anybody out there who's like into like the Asian food, you know, there you go. That's an idea of some things that you can buy. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed sharing with you guys. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and also follow us on Instagram, because I post all kinds of pictures on there of the tasty food, the tasty plant-based food, and no, it is not boring. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and thanks for watching.